Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're into mind-blowing facts, forgotten treasures, and the mysterious side of history, then you're in the right place. Stick around because today, we're diving into a story that might just change the way you look at pocket change forever. A tale of an unassuming coin that went on to become one of the most valuable pieces of metal in the world. Yes, we're talking about the legendary 1999 1-cent coin that's worth a jaw-dropping $9 million. But the real story? It's far more fascinating than just numbers. Our story begins not in a grand vault or collector's showroom but in the most mundane of places, a grocery store in a quiet little town in Pennsylvania. The year was 2005, and a man named David was rummaging through the change he'd just received after buying a loaf of bread and a carton of milk. Among the coins was a dirty, slightly worn 1-cent coin. At first glance, it looked like any other penny, small, coppery, unremarkable. But there was something off about it, something he couldn't quite put his finger on. David wasn't a coin collector, nor was he particularly interested in history or money beyond its day-to-day use. But that day, something tugged at him. Maybe it was the unusual texture, the way the coin seemed heavier than it should have been, or maybe it was fate nudging him to take a second look. So he took the coin home, cleaned it off gently, and noticed the date, 1999. That in itself wasn't strange. What was strange was everything else. The font looked subtly different. The edge of the coin had a unique ridge pattern. And when he compared it to another 1999 penny he had lying around, the two were not identical. The difference was minute but noticeable, enough to make him think this wasn't just a misprint or a casual variation. Curiosity piqued, David posted a few pictures of the coin online, asking if anyone in numismatic circles, that's coin collecting for those unfamiliar, had ever seen something like it. Responses trickled in slowly at first. Most thought it was just a minting error, which happens from time to time and can be worth a few $100 to the right buyer. But one message changed everything. A private collector who remained anonymous reached out and said, "If that coin is what I think it is, you may be sitting on a piece of history worth more than your house. Don't sell it. Get it appraised immediately." That sent David spiraling into a world he never knew existed, the underground, passionate, sometimes cutthroat world of rare coin collectors. He got in touch with a certified appraiser, who examined the coin under a microscope, ran chemical tests, weighed it, and compared it with mint records. And the result was astonishing. It was a coin that wasn't supposed to exist. According to official U.S. mint records, no special or variant 1-cent coins were released in 1999. However, this coin bore distinct characteristics that didn't match any known specimens. Its composition was slightly off. It was made from a rare blend of copper and zinc with trace amounts of another alloy, one not typically used in the minting of pennies. But more curious than its composition was its die strike pattern. It matched no known mint design. It was clearly made by an official die, but the die in question was untraceable. As the mystery deepened, rumors began to swirl in the collecting community. Some speculated that it was a prototype for a commemorative coin that was never released. Others believed it might have been struck at a private mint using stolen dies. But the most intriguing theory? That it was a clandestine test strike made by a rogue mint employee, someone experimenting with future coin designs or materials, who never intended it to enter circulation. Whatever the origin, the consensus was clear: this was a one-of-a-kind coin. A unicorn in the numismatic world. Word spread fast, and soon David was fielding offers from collectors around the globe. One offered $500,000. Another went up to $1 million. Then the bidding war escalated. Within a month, the highest offer stood at $9 million. $9 million. For a coin that, on paper, should have been worth just a single cent. David, still trying to wrap his head around his unbelievable luck, eventually sold the coin to a private investor in Switzerland who specialized in rare and historical artifacts. The sale was done quietly, with non-disclosure agreements and layers of privacy to protect both buyer and seller. But news of the sale leaked, as things like this often do, and the legend of the 1999 1-cent coin was born. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a penny? What makes a coin so valuable that it could buy you a mansion, a yacht, and still leave you with millions to spare? It's not just about the rarity, though that certainly helps. It's about the story. The mystery. The unknown. This particular coin represents a piece of lost history, an artifact that defies official documentation. And in the world of collectors, where history, prestige, and uniqueness carry enormous weight, such an item becomes priceless, but that's just the beginning. Because after the story broke, more people began checking their change. And within a year, 2 more coins with similar, but not identical, anomalies surfaced. One was found in Canada. Another in a forgotten drawer in an old desk in Arizona. These coins were slightly different, hinting that there may have been a short experimental run of these mystery coins, possibly during an internal testing period at the mint that was never disclosed publicly. The United States Mint, when contacted, denied any knowledge of such a production. But that only fueled speculation further. Some conspiracy theories even suggested a cover-up, that perhaps these coins were part of a scrapped plan to transition the penny into a more secure and durable form, a plan abandoned before the new millennium began. Others posited that they were souvenirs smuggled out by mint employees, a practice that has occurred in the past, though rarely with coins of this significance. Whatever the case, the 1999 penny has cemented its place in history. Not just for its monetary value, but for the questions it raises. How many others are out there? Could there be more unknown rarities hiding in plain sight? And what does it mean for the future of collectible currency? One particularly intriguing development came in 2011, when a retired mint employee anonymously confessed to participating in experimental coinage projects during the late 90s. He didn't confirm anything specific about the 1999 cent, but he hinted that dozens of prototypes were created and never documented officially. Some, he claimed, were deliberately destroyed. Others might have found their way out, he said with a wink. This fueled a whole new wave of interest. Metal detectors swept parks, collectors began hoarding late 90s coins, and eBay was flooded with hopeful listings claiming to have the legendary penny. Most were fakes or misprints, but it only added to the allure. Even now, more than 2 decades later, the story of the $9 million penny continues to captivate. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures are the ones we overlook, lying quietly in a change jar, resting beneath couch cushions, or handed to us without thought at a checkout counter. It's not just about the money. It's about the thrill of discovery. The realization that something as small and mundane as a penny could hold secrets worth millions. That behind every everyday object, there might be a story waiting to be uncovered. So next time you get your change, take a moment. Look closely. Because who knows, maybe you're holding a coin that defies logic, history, and value. Maybe your own $1 million story is sitting quietly in your pocket, just waiting to be noticed. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want more real-life mysteries, strange histories, and incredible true tales, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Who knows what story we'll uncover next? See you in the next one.